Hey, it's Ali Drew for Hennessy Sports, joined by Isaac Chamberlain. Isaac, it's been a while since we've seen you in the ring. Last September it was. Just give us an update on what's been going on with you recently.
It's an honor to be here. Apologies because obviously I kind of just woke up because I've been
That's all
training.
right.
Um, a lot of things have been happening since the last time I was in the ring. But I personally believe life is just about ups and downs and the balance of it and having to go with the flow of life. So you know, I had 22 months off out the ring, which were because of things out of my control. And then obviously signed with Mick, which was obviously a massive breath of fresh air. You know, I was really motivated, got in real great shape, knocked out two of my opponents in quick fashion, and everyone was gassed. I'm back again. Yes, it's time for, to really go push full steam ahead. But then while we was preparing for a title fight, which was going to get me to probably the top 10 in the world, I was sparring and I had a massive, I basically tore my rotator cuff, all my muscles in my rotator cuff. And obviously that was very painful, do you know what I mean? And so I had to have surgery. And, it's been very, very difficult, but I just have to trust the process. I always say this, can you be committed to the process without being emotionally attached to the results? So if you don't get what you want, can you still be a hard worker? Can you still be that person that works hard no matter what? And because of everything that I've been through and I've grafted no matter what, I've never once took my foot off the gas. I've always been the type of guy that no matter what happens, I'm going to be that hard worker. So, I've just been working on getting it right, straight away. I'm just a person, I just look for solutions straight away. I don't really want to dwell on anything, I don't really want to dwell on, this happened and obviously it's unfortunate, but we have to just keep going no matter what. So I've been doing my rehab for a while now. We really tried to rush it and get back in on May 22nd because I was seeing all my friends fighting and obviously I couldn't. So I was kind of thinking of doing that, but Mick was like, listen, Isaac, just be really, really careful because I would have had to start sparring 5 weeks before that May 22nd and my shoulder wasn't really nowhere near as close to being prepared for strenuous exercise. So we had to delay that, and then obviously fight on the next show. We were supposed to fight in July, but obviously some things happened. I don't really know what happened there. But we've just been working. The shoulder has been healing up very, very well. It's getting a lot stronger. But like when I was at the show on May 22nd, this shot there, my left shoulder was significantly bigger. But now obviously it's gotten a lot, more definition. As you can see, the mark is still there. But, it's been getting a lot stronger. So there's a lot of promise in, getting the right hand back. And all my fights before, I kind of never really used it since 2016 with that fight with Wadi Camacho. So it just feels great, like a massive breath of fresh air to be able to really have my right hand in full confidence in my arsenal because it wasn't really there before. So I really had to sacrifice and use different type of techniques that's why I was always knocking guys out with a body shot or left to the body, never the right hand. I would never really throw a 1-2 or a double jab right hand. So I had to really change the way I fight and it worked to a certain extent. But if you want to fight the best in the world and really be with the elites, I really need to not be at a disadvantage. So, yeah.
What was it a problem from 2016? Is that how long it was a problem for you?
Yeah, but I was just thinking, it's okay. I was just thinking, because I always wanted to be among the best. I always wanted to just, get in there and just show, forgetting how my body actually feels, because, as boxers, you're so, so tough. And you're just thinking, oh, I can get through whatever. Do you know what I mean? I just need to fight. I can get through whatever. And you kind of forget the things that's obviously been detrimental in the long run. And obviously that's a result of what happened with me. But it's okay. Everything's been sorted out now. Now it's full steam ahead, and I really believe there's not going to be any more setbacks.
Do you feel like, having fought for so long with the shoulder problem, and you sort of you're doing the operation and having the rehab, do you feel like it's made you mentally tougher from going through all that, and the fact that you had to learn a different way of fighting? Do you feel like you've developed mentally from that?
Of course, yeah, definitely. Because everything I do, right, and everything that happens to me, I find a way to use it as motivation. I always try and find a way to use it as motivation. Like, okay, this happened. How can I deal with the situation that happened to me? Because I'm really a practical type of person. I'm thinking, okay, what do I do from here? And because at the end of the day, I really, like, with the things that happened to me, especially when I went to Miami and I really had to, train and spar with champions and world championship contenders all by myself. I spent a lot of time out there on my own. I really learned about myself and how badly I really wanted it. And that really paid dividends in my mentality, knowing that I really can go to deep waters and it's not really a problem, because I know what it took to really go through all the things that I went through. And it's not all going to be in vain. I definitely believe that. So it's definitely made me a lot stronger. It's definitely made me more, have a lot of mental resolve. But I just believe that I just want to use it when the time is right. Hopefully in the ring, I'll just knock the guys out and I won't need to go there. But at least I know I have that in my arsenal if I have to go there.
And now you've done some rehab from the operation. Is sort of training going as planned? Are you back to where you want to be and ready to get on the next show?
Oh yeah, definitely. My fitness is really good, because we've kind of I've been adding some new things, adding rowing, adding cycling. I bought a Peloton bag, so I've been kind of using that near enough every day. I've been studying a lot of things, how to get my body in better condition, different things, yoga and meditation. I've been trying to do all sorts of different things to make me a better athlete, to make me a better athlete and a better individual. So I really believe that you'll just see the differences when I fight, because I'm not just trying to be a fighter. Okay, I'm going to win and win titles here, but I want to be that guy that when I'm fighting, people are not going to the beer shop and the tuck shop and all of that. I want people to be like, oh snap, Isaac's fighting, I need to go sit down because this could be over quick. Do you know what I mean? So people could be like, wow, look at that guy. He's not just winning, he's looking sensation. And that's what's in my head all the time. Not just winning, because obviously I know, yeah, I'm going to win, but looking and being so far ahead of everyone that it's like, wow, what the hell did this guy do to get here? And I really believe it's in the little stuff that I do every day, because the little steps, the little things you do, it all adds up. So I just want to really make sure I conquer the day, conquer my morning, make sure I do this. I wake up early every morning, do my routine, and make sure I start the day off really, really strong. So it goes into the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. So that's really how I've been planning my life, like a real regimen.
And you're known, obviously, in cruiserweight, but you are now ranked 15th in the new bridgerweight division. How exciting is that? And what's the sort of plan going forward for mixing bridgerweight and cruiserweight? What is your plan?
With that, I don't really know, because I worked so hard. Because before I was a very, very small cruiserweight. I was really, really small. Everyone I thought was bigger than me in some way. So I really worked hard with my strength and conditioning and stuff to really become a really filled out cruiserweight. So to then be mentioning this new weight category, that's kind of like, I don't really know, I don't really know, because I kind of really set my mind on being cruiserweight champion of the world. So I think that will be the main focus, and I think Mick knows that as well, that will be the main focus. This bridgerweight stuff, maybe in the future after I win a world title at cruiserweight, so maybe we can do that.
How good was it to be placed in at 15th, compared to any other Brit? You were right in there in the rankings. Was that good to see, even though you're happy at cruiserweight?
15 ain't number one, man. Like,
Not happy
all
to
right,
move on.
it's all good being 15, but that's not champion. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's like being happy you're number two. Like, you're not number one. So until I'm number one, I'll be like, okay, that's great. Then let's see what else we can get from being number one. But the main thing is being number one at all costs. That's like hands down. Number 15, all right. Like, okay. That's good for other people, but for me, it's all about being number one.
And is that your plan and your goal for if you're going to stay at cruiserweight? Are you wanting to progress up those rankings and get back in the mix ASAP?
Yeah, 100%. It all depends on Mick's management and John Pegg's matchmaking and everything. These are two of the best in the game, and I seriously believe that. Like, I was in awe when I was at the Sam Eggington fight. Carlos Molina literally moved from light middleweight to middleweight, or is it middleweight to supermiddleweight? I don't know. But he literally moved there, yeah, and he was placed in number 7th or 8th. And Mick found that out, that he recently just moved up. So they managed to get a fight with a guy that's just been moving up so he can take their ranking. That's sensational. I don't think any other person would have realized that, So that just shows the matchmaking and the management, that they have, how smart they are with everything. And Mick has done a tremendous job with so many boxers, Tyson Fury and all the guys that he's worked with before. Like, look at the amazing job that he's done. Look at Carl Froch, for example. So I just know that I'm in good hands and I'm with the guy that's probably the best in the business at the moment.
And how good does it feel to have the support of Mick behind you in your career? The fact that you joined up and he's sort of guiding your career. How important is that for you?
It's amazing. Everyone that at the Hennessy stable, everyone at the team, they welcome me as a family, and that's something that I hold very, very dear to me. Simply, obviously, because when I grew up, young rap boy with no father figure, Mick took me in, all the guys, they took me in as their own. And, like even the days before the fights were all together, it's like a family, and things like that I hold dear to me, because when I win, I'm not just winning for myself now, I'm winning for them as well. So, because when I win, we all win, especially Michael Sal. Shout out to Michael Sal. I love that guy so much, man. So it makes me work hard because they believe in me. If they don't just speak to me when I'm fighting, I speak to them, whenever, like near enough every other day or every day, just to see how things are. So it's more than just boxing. It's more than just a business. So that's one thing that's very, very different, from being with them than being with any other stable that I've ever been with.
I mean, you touched on it then, with you said you grew up without a father figure. When you got into boxing, do you feel like boxing took you in a different direction than where your life was going? It sort of, it guided your life from where it was?
100%. 100%. If I wasn't boxing, I don't know where I would be. Do you know what I mean? But boxing really, really changed the course of my life. And I'm very, very thankful for that, and it changed my mentality in many ways. It made me really find out things about myself. Like, nothing is going to hit harder than life. Boxing compared to life is very, very easy. But what you have to do is you have to keep bouncing back. You have to keep coming back no matter what. You have to be so mentally relentless that nothing can get in your way, and you apply those things in boxing that you apply in life. And that's really, it helps me a whole lot. So I'm very, very happy that I found boxing.
And are you passing that sort of knowledge and the stuff you've learned on to other youngsters in schools, so helping sort of guide them?
Yeah, definitely. I was at a school today, actually, speaking about, how education can help young people around the world. So it's a program called GPE, where they're getting all the world leaders to try and raise 6 billion to help all the schools in rural areas and in Africa and Syria and all of them poverty areas, to really bring education to those places and bring everyone together more, especially kids, because there's so many kids out there that if they had the chance to education, you could see new inventors, new like new sports stars, everything. Because it's true what they say, because the place where the most talent is in the graveyard. Same way the place where most talent is where people don't really have access to anything. But if they did, you'll have so many, how can I say it? So much new talent, so much, new inventors, new doctors, people that are just amazing at what they do, but never had the support of a great education to fulfill their dreams of what they want to do. So I really, really believe in having education for every kid. Every kid deserves a form of education. And I was speaking about that in school. We spoke to a member of parliament. Her name is Helen Hayes, I think. It's obviously she's going to pass on the words that I said to Mr. Boris Johnson.
How important is that, the fact that, you're wanting to progress your boxing career, as well as for yourself, and you say for the team, but also to be able to do things like this and get important messages across?
It's very, very important, because us athletes, we're in the public eye. So if we're in the public eye, a lot of people are looking out for us. A lot of people are looking to us for motivation, for inspiration. I get so many messages on social media, people saying, because I saw your post, it made me carry on. And, it's very, heartwarming. So I think if I can inspire the guys that's on social media, I can definitely inspire as many people as I can in this world. And I think Ali said it best. Your rent for being here on earth is to help others and service to other people. And I believe that what's the point of me doing what I do if I can't help other people? This is not for me, it's for everyone that I can impact.
Very true, very true. Well, before we finish, hopefully back in action on the next Hennessy show on Channel 5. Just give a message to people who, are sort of getting on board, who haven't seen you in the ring for a while, a message to what they can look forward to, and the fact that, you're going to be on the Channel 5 platform.
To the people that know me already, I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me, through the highs and the lows and everything that I've had, because I've had a crazy career so far. And to the people that don't know, watching it.
They will soon.
Yeah.
Well, Isaac, it's been great talking to you, and look forward to seeing you back in the ring again soon.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.